Day number 8 in the month of March 2026. Good evening, folks, and welcome to the International Women's Day edition of Iron Pot here on Metropolitan Television. Iron Pot is proudly brought to you by the Ghana Revenue Authority, GWEL PLC, Serene Insurance, Ghana Link Network Services, Meridian Port Services, MPS, and indeed Phoenix Insurance. The show is proudly powered by the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, GPHA, and our media partner is the Business and Financial Times, the BNFT. Now, if you want to have a grasp of all that transpired in the show tonight, make a date and grab the Thursday edition of the BNFT, and you'll be able to read all that happened here on the show. Tonight, we are streaming live on our social media pages. On Facebook, we are live at Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority. Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority. Still on Facebook, we are live at Port of Tema. And on YouTube, we are streaming live at Iron Port. Now, we shall be getting interactive with you as usual. So all you have to do is sit back, relax, grab your phones, and send us your messages and comments ahead via our dedicated WhatsApp line, which is 0538-037353. 0538-037353. And when the time is ripe and I pick signals from the production team, which will activate the phone lines for you to call in and contribute to the discussion. My name is Kennedy Mona. We are going for a quick break. When we return, we'll continue the show. Please stay with us.
Good energy brings you quality choices with Goil Super XP. Available in many Goil stations nationwide. It is fortified with special additives that help your engine perform better and use less fuel. Branch into a Goil station today and energize your ride with Goil Super XP, compatible with most vehicles. Goil Super XP will feel ya, huh? Will be feel. Goil, good energy. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Electricity, then pay your taxes. Yeah. Our taxes, our future.
Because you see, without our taxes, we wouldn't have good roads, good schools, better hospitals, street lights, and other very important social amenities. When we pay our taxes, we give our children free and quality education. Talga, my money too small. Why should I pay my tax? Look, small. Salifo, it doesn't matter how small or big your business or income is, you still have to pay your taxes. The little taxes from each and every one of us, when put together, could give your community clean water or that deprived school with tables and chairs. Please pay your taxes. It is your responsibility. It is your civic duty. It is the law.
Welcome to today's edition of Serene Insurance Business News. We present to you Serena.
You're right. You can complete an entire insurance process for the purchase of any motor and other insurance products, from onboarding to issuing a motor insurance sticker and policy certificate, all on WhatsApp in less than 10 minutes. Serena is simple to use and it prioritizes user ease and flexibility. You can either use voice notes or text to effortlessly issue your instant policy, cross-platform renewals, claims, and also process your payments through mobile money, Visa, and MasterCard. To engage Serena, just search for Serena Insurance on all social media handles and scan the Serena barcode or save her number 0500 517 114 and start chatting her on WhatsApp immediately.
There you have it. Serena is not just a tool. It's an innovation by Serene Insurance designed to redefine how motor and travel insurance are accessed and managed. Speed, convenience, and reliability.
MPS Terminal 3 is Africa's new state-of-the-art container terminal at Tema Port. For manufacturers, agro-processors and traders, the new port means business can be done faster. This infrastructure boost will improve Ghana's port handling capacity, connect more trading routes, and oil the engine of growth for the economy, creating greater opportunities across all sectors as Africa's markets merge and become the largest trading bloc globally. MPS, we connect, you thrive.
At Phoenix Insurance, we make the unpredictable predictable and the uncertain certain with our range of products, including motor insurance, fire insurance, engineering insurance, marine insurance, accident insurances, and all types of bonds. We have you covered. We also support you with risk management advice to enable you stay focused on your business. Take a policy with Phoenix Insurance today. We help you rise from adversity stronger and more secure. Contact us on 0302 246319 or 0302 246644 or any of our branches, agencies, and brokers spread across the nation. You can as well connect with us on our WhatsApp chatbot. Efiba is waiting to assist you. Make the future predictable with Phoenix Insurance. Phoenix Insurance, a delightful service experience delivered with wisdom.
All right, welcome back. It's now time for us to take a look at happenings in the port and shipping industry over the last week by way of local news. Please enjoy.
A delegation from Burkina Faso, led by the Minister of Communication, Culture, Arts and Tourism, Pingduende Gilbert Ouedraogo, has paid a courtesy call on the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority. The visits form part of the delegation's mission to officially invite the authority to participate in Burkina Faso's upcoming Culture Week celebration, an event that has been held biennially since its establishment in 1983 under the leadership of former President Thomas Sankara. The Culture Week celebration was instituted to promote and preserve Burkina Faso's rich cultural heritage, recognizing culture as a vital pillar of national identity. Highlighting the significance of the event, Gilbert Ouedraogo noted that the celebration has, over the decades, grown into a major national festival, attracting participants from across Burkina Faso and beyond. As part of the tradition, a guest country is invited each edition, and Burkina Faso is extending an invitation to Ghana to serve as this year's country of honor.
Alors donc, il est de coutume à chaque édition que nous ayons un pays.
So as part of the celebration, every year they invite a country as a country of honor, and this year the plan is to invite Ghana as a country of honor for the event. So the reason why Ghana has been chosen is because when we talk about the culture, we share a lot of things with them, especially the Mosi people who originated from the northern part of Ghana, and we also share a common border. And our culture, we have a similarities in our cultures. And also, when we talk about the political level, we have a very, even though we have had a very good political relationship between the two countries, but this, for the past years, the relationship has been strengthened more. And one of the key examples is the relationship existing between their president and the president of the Republic of Ghana. And last year, their president came here with a very strong delegation, and the reception that was given to them by the Ghanaian government was exceptional. And that's the one reason why we think Ghana is the best country to be chosen for this event this year.
The director of Port of Tema, Tebon Zuma Esquire, highlighted the long-standing cordial relationship between Ghana and Burkina Faso, particularly in the area of trade facilitation, which he said has been mutually beneficial to both nations. He assured the delegation of GPHA's readiness to participate in the upcoming celebration and to join Burkina Faso in honoring its rich cultural heritage.
There's a direct link that we have been associated with for a very long time. So if you want to celebrate culture in Burkina today, it is not out of place if you are considering Ghana. In fact, we read of the Moshi Kingdom and the Ashanti Kingdom having a very strong relationship. Talk about the Dagomba Kingdom and then the Moshi Kingdom. So there are strong ties that we know. What in GPHA, if it comes to we dealing with Burkina, we say that it is a duty that we have to perform because we have specific instructions from our president that look, treating Burkina is not business as usual. You must give them the attention that they require. So we are happy that you have come, and the Director General is very happy.
A delegation of newly appointed High Court judges has undertaken an extensive study tour of the port of Tema as part of efforts to strengthen judicial appreciation of maritime operations and international trade. The tour, facilitated by the Judicial Training Institute in collaboration with the Ghana Shippers Authority, took the judges across key operational areas of the port, including the Marine Operations Department, the Golden Jubilee Terminal, Terminal 2, and the Meridian Port Services Terminal 3. Speaking to Iron Port, the Deputy Director of the Judicial Training Institute, Jacob Song Esquire, explained that the visit forms part of a broader training approach aimed at equipping judges with practical insights into sectors that frequently feature in commercial and maritime litigation.
In the training, for instance, the theoretical aspect yesterday, we were properly informed that this is a specialized area and you cannot use land law adjudication procedures and principles of law to apply in dealing with maritime issues. You cannot also take it for granted that the normal injunction concerning arrest of ship and the others, you can also do that using the normal law principles that we know. But it's a specialized area.
At Terminal 3, Head of Legal and Compliance at MPS, Frank Ebo Brown, delivered a detailed presentation on the establishment of Meridian Port Services through a concession agreement and highlighted efforts his outfit has taken to enhance efficiency, expanded capacity, and position Tema as a leading transshipment hub in West Africa.
Recent edifice implemented over a period of time, but we needed to start from somewhere.
Bernice Natue is the head of Corporate Affairs at the Ghana Shippers Authority. She said the study tour is expected to enhance the judges' capacity to adjudicate maritime and commercial cases while reinforcing Ghana's commitment to facilitating international trade through a well-informed legal framework.
We have had this collaboration because we realized that when the judges have a good practical understanding of how the entire shipping chain, the value chain goes, they adjudicate better. And so this we see as an investment. It's not an expenditure, it's not a cost. It's a deliberate investment for the common good, for the entire country, for consumers who eventually end up consuming all these that come in. For the business person, for the regulator, for the facilitator, and everybody in this ecosystem.
A 10-member delegation from the United States Air War College has paid an official visit to the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority as part of an international study tour aimed at strengthening security cooperation and deepening strategic partnerships. The visit underscores the vital role Ghana's ports continue to play in regional trade, economic development, and maritime security across West Africa. The team was welcomed by the Director of Port, Tebon Zuma Esquire, and Senior GPHA Management. Tebon Zuma highlighted Tema Port's transformation into a major maritime hub capable of handling general, bulk, and container cargo. He noted that the ultra-modern container terminal now boasts of 4 deep water berths with a 16-meter draft, allowing the port to receive some of the world's largest vessels up to 400 meters long and carrying more than 24,000 TEUs.
Today we have an ultra-modern container terminal which is made up of basically 4 berths with a draft of 60 meters. And today we can receive the largest vessel in the world, which is about 400 meters and over 24,000 TEUs. We handle them in our ports, and that makes us one of the best in the region.
Port Security Manager Daniel Atobra Bonda emphasized Ghana's strict adherence to international maritime security protocols. He explained that GPHA works closely with the United States Coast Guard to implement the International Ship and Port Facility Security Code. Colonel Bonda also highlighted the strategic relevance of Ghana-US cooperation, revealing that as of 2024, trade between the two nations stood at approximately $2.1 billion.
We have very good cooperation with the United States Coast Guard when it comes to the implementation of the International Ship and Port Facility Security Code, which came out as a result of the 9/11 incident. to ensure that our port is meeting the international best standards for security. We've signed on to all the International Maritime Organization safety standards to ensure that we are abreast with everything that must be done internationally. So collectively, Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority does not do things alone in this strategic environment. We are collaborating and cooperating with the United States and other Western corporations to ensure that their businesses or trade runs, to ensure that we are safe and the United States and the West is also safe.
On behalf of the delegation, the team lead, Colonel Amanda Watkins, expressed appreciation to management for the warm reception and commended the transparency and depth of the discussions, describing the engagement as highly insightful and beneficial.
So we've learned quite a bit about the harbor in our strategic security studies class, but coming here today really gave us a hands-on experience and to really understand how the harbor works in the region and to understand what your major security threats are. So all of our questions were answered to the utmost respect, and we were able to really understand it. The discussions went very well, and we really appreciate the transparency of the Tema organization, and we are just very happy that we got an opportunity to come here.
Ghana Link Network Services Limited has secured a major international certification for its new Kumasi Tier 4 data center, a development which marks a significant boost to information security and operational resilience within Ghana's trade and revenue sector. The certification, awarded by SETI Trust following an independent audit, validates the company's information security management system. It confirms that Ghana Link complies with globally recognized standards in safeguarding data confidentiality, integrity, and availability. At the presentation ceremony, the Minister for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, Elizabeth Ufusue-Jari, underscored the significance of ICAMS to Ghana's trade ecosystem. She noted that the certification demonstrates readiness in critical areas including access control, risk management, and careful system change procedures, all essential to protecting national revenue flows.
ICAMS matters because it supports outcomes that are directly linked to our trade and industrial agenda, lowering the cost of doing business, enabling firms to plan with confidence, and strengthening fair competition in our markets. First, it supports a more reliable trading environment. Businesses make commitments based on delivery timelines, especially in agribusiness, where timing affects quality, shelf life, and market access. When clearance processes are predictable and the platform remains stable, exporters can meet shipping schedules, importers can reduce avoidable storage costs, and manufacturers can keep production lines running without interruption. It also strengthens compliance and fairness. By strengthening controls and improving traceability, ICOM helps curb unfair practices, protect legitimate businesses, and support local industry to compete on a fair basis.
Speaking on behalf of the Managing Director of Ghana Link, the Director of Human Resource at Ghana Link, Cynthia Addy, emphasized that operating an infrastructure that supports critical national trade and revenue demands strict adherence to international standards, strong governance system, repeatable processes, and measurable accountability, and assured stakeholders that data processed through ICAMS remains secure and protected against emerging cyber threats.
We remain fiercely committed to our vision to be the most secure gateway for Ghana's trade. This certification is the beginning of a new chapter where we operate with even greater confidence and capability. Ghana Link is certified. We are secure and we are ready for the future.
The Chief Technology Officer of Ghana Link, Dr. Alvin Kwabnansa, noted that the Kumasi Tier 4 data center was purpose-built to eliminate single points of failure and ensure uninterrupted service delivery.
Through the ISO 27001, we embedded structured risk management, strengthened access governance, integrated business continuity, and subjected ourselves to independent external audit. Passing that audit affirms that we operate at globally recognized standards of security and accountability. This achievement belongs to my team and management as well. The system engineers, network engineers, our database admins. Without them, we couldn't have done this. We also appreciate our partners.
Managing Director of SETI Trust, Mike Kamau, described Ghana Link's achievement as a significant milestone, not only for the company, but for Ghana's broader digital transformation agenda.
And given that ISO, there's no bigger ISO, let's say for example, if a country is bigger than you in terms of economy, they have a bigger ISO. Everybody is equal. When you get ISO, whether US, East Africa, West Africa, Asia, everyone is equal. And that's what we've done is now Ghana Link has been published in the global database of ISO as an ISO certified organization.
All right, so those were happenings in the port and shipping industry over the last week. We are now going to go straight for the word or phrase of the day. And remember, the word or phrase of the day segment has been fashioned to bring up to speed with the terminologies or jargons we use in the shipping industry.
A pre-trip inspection service is a service arranged by the carrier to have a technician perform an extra check on temperature-controlled containers to ensure that the unit is functional and ready to transport commodities at the required temperature settings. The inspection is performed before release of the empty container. This service is applied upon the customer's request and/or to certain types of commodities where it is mandatory to be applied in order to permit transport of the shipments.
All right, so finally onto the safety and security quote of the day, and today we're taking a look at rest, 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 rest.
Wrist rest. A wrist rest is a padded support placed in front of your keyboard or mouse. It cushions your wrist, encourages a natural position, and helps reduce pressure during typing or clicking. It also supports your wrist during pauses between movements. If you experience wrist pain, tingling fingers, pressure marks, or frequent discomfort, a wrist rest could help when used correctly, as it can reduce muscles fatigue in upper arm muscles by up to 32% during long typing sections. A wrist rest works best when paired with proper posture and desk alignment. Poor placement can misalign your arms and shoulders, leading to new problems instead of solving old ones.
Right, so we're zooming into our discussion proper tonight, and tonight we're taking a look at the basics of insurance and what every business must know. Today, remember I said, is the International Women's Day edition here on Iron Port, and we are privileged to assemble a team from Serene Insurance. They happen graciously to be one of our sponsors on the show, and this lady has been on the show quite a number of times, and she's a senior manager in charge of business development at Serene Insurance, and indeed marketing also. Madam Eugenia Ejiri Tete. Good evening, ma'am, and welcome to Iron Port this evening.
Good evening.
And happy International Women's Day.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Awesome. And also in the studios with us is Madam Ruth Ewonam Ejay.
Yes.
I hope I didn't butcher the middle name.
No, that's fine.
Awesome. Welcome and happy International Women's Day.
Thank you, and thank you to our viewers
Great.
too.
So today is International Women's Day. The theme, Give to Gain, we are told. What really comes to your mind each year when you celebrate International Women's Day?
Yeah. Each year when we celebrate International Women's Day, it tells of what women do in society.
Right.
Women nurture, women inspire, and then women create the society.
Awesome.
Without women, I'm not sure you guys will be happy in this world.
Absolutely.
So we are here to make the world beautiful. We are here to make sure that there are smiles on your faces, and we are here to help the universe and then make it to the next level.
Awesome.
So women are here to help.
Give to gain. Ruth.
Yeah, for me, I think that as a woman, I appreciate the fact that there's a day to be celebrated. It is good that the world has recognized the efforts that women put in. The world is recognizing each woman's effort.
Right.
And I think that it is a blessing to be one. So it's good that we celebrate this day.
Awesome.
And so we're giving out as women, and we are beautiful, we are bold, and we are happy to give every time.
I love that. Thank you so much. So I would say happy International Women's Day to all the women out there. We thank you so much for what you set out to do and what you have been doing for us. All the sacrifices you've been making, working hard, breaking your backs to keep your families intact and to ensure that Ghana's economy keeps moving. We thank you so much, and we pray that the good Lord will continue to strengthen you and give you the energy, the wisdom, the knowledge, the fortitude to be able to continue in this direction so that we can have a peaceful Ghana and a peaceful West Africa and Africa at large. So let me begin properly with you on our topic today, basics of insurance and indeed what every business must know. First of all, take us back to the fundamentals of what insurance is and why it is critical for every business.
Okay. Thank you to your cherished viewers. When we say insurance, insurance is the fundamental of our lives, and it is the safety net for companies and for individuals. The basic about insurance is that you pay a small premium, and the premium is predictable, 20 cedis, 50 cedis. And then you pay this hoping and anticipating that when something happens, that is the unpredictable happens, the insurance company is there.
Yes.
So insurance is paying a small premium today, and then insurance comes in to take care of the larger unpredictables that will happen in future.
Right.
So simply that is insurance. And I like giving examples so that you'd understand.
Yes.
So assuming Amma has a shop or a restaurant in Osu.
Yes.
And it's worth 200,000 cedis.
Yes.
Amma decides to have an insurance for this place, or he goes home one day, comes back the following day, the whole place goes down.
Yes.
What does she do? If she has an insurance cover with Serene Insurance, the only thing she does is pick a phone, call Serene, there's a claim, and then we come in, he fills the claim form, and then we come in to support. But assuming she doesn't have insurance, she doesn't have peace of mind. When this happens, she would be at loss. And whatever money that she has put in, she cannot recuperate. And assuming it's a loan that she's taking from the bank, what will she do?
Yeah.
It will take years for her to recover. So insurance puts you at the place that you were just before the loss.
Right.
So that is the essence of insurance. And it is very, very critical for every business.
Awesome. Thank you for setting the tone. Let me come to Madam Ruth Ewunam Ajay and find out from you the most common risks businesses in Ghana face today.
Okay, so most of the time we realize that there are some risks that are common. People see it but are not aware that it is a risk. And so for instance, I would say the first common risk we'll talk about is fire. Usually we hear a lot of people on our marketplaces, especially the commercial places, you realize that there are a lot of fires. Last year, I think we had a lot of news on that. So it's a common risk that we see, and a lot of people do not pay attention to. We only hear the bad news, but it is a risk that insurance can cover. Now, we can also look at the workplace, where an employee is injured. It is a risk that is exposed. So you're working in an environment where you can slip, or because of your work, you can lose an arm. It's a risk to the employer. And these are things that people also don't pay attention to. Another one is also when we look at our traders and our importers, you know that they face a lot of risks in importing goods from places, one place to another. And for this conversation or this platform, we have marine cargo, where an importer has probably bought some goods from outside China, let's say, and it's coming to Ghana. there are a lot of risks. It's on sea, it could be by air, on land, but there are a lot of risks that it comes with. So, for instance, you can look at theft when it comes to marine cargo. You can look at overboard where the sea can wash away some of the goods. And you are here waiting for your goods to come. These are risks that you may face. And so these are common things that may come up. Also, once you are a business owner, you are exposed to customers. People come to your premises, and then you receive people. They may also face probably an incident or an injury whilst in your premises. And so we look at public liability. These are risks that we are exposed to as business owners.
I see.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you mentioned the fires. Now, let me still stick with you. Most of these fires, from investigations,
yes.
Do you get to realize or deduce that some of the shops or most of the shops are always, insured?
So usually most of them are not insured. For instance, let's take our markets. These are small businesses. And so the perception about people is that insurance is expensive. And so you go to such people, you ask them to do insurance. The first thing they think of is it's expensive, and so I don't want to do it. But not considering that it could even be the lowest. And so most out of probably 10 shops, you only have probably 1 or 2
that are
having insurance. And so you are somewhere you don't have insurance cover. And then someone's shop is probably burning, which affects you because of the way the place is crowded. And so most of the time, you have a lot of people not doing insurance on fire, especially in our marketplaces.
Right. Madam Engineer, let me find out from you, is there anything you would want to add in terms of what risks businesses face currently, apart from the fire and all those that Madam Ruth mentioned?
Yes, I would add for businesses, a lot of businesses own vehicles.
Yeah.
They ply on our roads.
Yes.
Yeah.
Assuming a fuel tanker operator, he has the vehicle, he has the goods in there, that is the fuel, and he transports from Accra to Kumasi every time. Anything could happen on the road. So you could take a policy that covers the vehicle and then the goods that is in transit. So that in case you hear there's an accident at Osino, you hear the car number, it is your car. Once you know you have insured it, you have that peace of mind that you know definitely you will get your money back. So with the vehicle, you need to do it. And apart from that too, when it comes to the workers that you work with, you need to have an insurance for them. There are lots of people working with workers and they do not have a workman compensation for them. So assuming somebody gets, especially the factory workers, they're in the factory working and then somebody's hand accidentally enters the machine, the hand is off. What do we do? If you have a WC insurance for the person, the only thing is that you file a claim to the insurance company. We come in to pay the medical bills and we also support the person in terms of salaries and other things. There are calculations that come into it, but definitely you have somebody to take care of you when these things happen. But most people don't do it. They think that nothing will happen, but you may never know. So it's important to have these things. So these are some of the risks that they do face.
I asked her about the fire incident and whether, most of them are insured, and she said out of 10, perhaps 1 or 2 are insured. Now, in Cantonment, we've heard about fire outages, and sometimes we find people losing fiscal cash.
Oh, yes.
Money is getting bent and all that. Now, if I am a trader, let's say in Cantonment, in Makola, in any of the markets, huge market centers, and there's a fire, and let's say I have some huge sums of money in my shop, and my shop is insured, do you take care of the money as well, the money that I've lost in the fire?
Did the person declare the money to us?
Yeah.
No, the fellow didn't. Perhaps the fellow just insured the shop
Yes.
and the goods therein, but
so
not
we
fiscal
take care
cash.
of the shop and the goods because he never declared that there was money in there.
Yes.
So if the person tells us that I keep this amount of money in my shop, we would advise you on what to do because there are insurance covers that takes care of money for goods in monies in the shop. So you have to get a safe, put those money. We will advise you on what to do. But if you never told the insurance company these things were there and there's a claim and you tell us there's money there, I'm not sure we can believe that. So we tell the people that come to the
what if you go and it is evident, you see the money there?
We see that it's bent.
Yes, you see the money is there. And then
Once it wasn't insured, it's an exclusion. It wasn't insured. We didn't know about it, and you didn't insure it. But the goods that you insured, we will make sure we get the goods back.
Right, right. Now, she mentioned the fact, like I said, 10 out of 2 or 1 is insured in the market centers and all that. Why is it that people are not insuring their shops or businesses, so to speak?
Yes, when it comes to insurance, it's a perception problem in Ghana. A lot of people have a lot of perception about insurance. People have sat back and said, insurance is expensive. Insurance is not important. Insurance, when it happens, you have to go up and down, especially when there's a claim. But they have never physically had an encounter with the insurance companies. We tell them, come to us. Let us know your needs. When we know your needs, we will find a solution to you. Assuming you have a business, you come to Serene. Serene, this is what I do. I am a contractor. I do construction. I work with workers. I have equipment. I have this. What can you offer to me? We will come to your premises, assess what you do, and then we'll give you the right cover to cover everything that you do. But if you don't tell us and then you sit back, assuming, oh, insurance is expensive. Some people have never walked into an insurance company to even ask. That's when I insure my house, how much will it cost? Fire insurance for houses is very, very low. 0 point something, but they will never. They are back there saying it is expensive. It's a perception problem. And we need to come to the insurance companies and let them know that this is what we have. And then once you tell us, we will tailor the policy to suit what you are doing. So they should come to us. That perception should go. And then when it comes to claims, people are so insurance companies, they take your money, they've never paid claims. Some of them have spoken, they've said this several times, but they have never entered into an insurance company or had a claim. They have heard other people saying it, but they themselves have not had the experience. But when it comes to Serene, we are the fastest paying insurance company. We pay claims very fast. Once your documents and everything is intact, we pay legitimate claims.
Right.
We are saying legitimate because sometimes, because people think insurance companies pay claims, we have fraudsters in there who also do their own thing. But we pay legitimate claims when they come.
Have you had instances where people come to make claims and you investigate and realize that these are fraudulent? And what do you do to such people?
Yes. Yes, we've had that opportunity before. So most of the time when it happens, we let the police come in. We have the authorities who will do that. So we hand them over to them to handle it. There are people that we've taken to court and the police have taken over from, because we don't have that authority. The police have the authority. So once we discover it's a fraudulent claim, we hand them over to the police. We do have a lot of them.
Is this phenomenon, okay, that's what I wanted to ask. Whether
we do.
This phenomenon is rampant? Whether it's,
it does. It does happen. It does happen a lot. It does happen a lot.
And there are instances where people also go and deliberately do something, perhaps to the car, get the car bent, get something destroyed, and come for claims.
Oh, yes.
So usually, before we even pay the claims, we do the investigations. We also have internal surveyors. We have internal quantity surveyors who go out there to investigate the claims. So we paying the claims does not mean we just pay. We investigate to know whether it's a legitimate claim or not. And so definitely we will fish out those fraudsters and report them to the right authorities. And usually they are even blacklisted in the industry when we see such people. We've had incidents where some move from regions to regions just to continue these activities, and they are blacklisted. So the insurance companies, Serene, we take pride in paying claims, and so we do due diligence to that. Yes.
Ensure that we pay only legitimate claims.
Yes, please.
All right, so let me find out from you, Madam AJ, if you tell us the difference between compulsory and optional insurance for businesses.
Okay, so I think it's very simple. When we say insurance cover is compulsory, it means that it is backed by law. These are insurance policies that by law you are supposed to have. And so for a business entity or a business owner, you owe it upon yourself. In fact, it is by law that you get a workman's compensation for your workers. You need to protect your workers and you need to protect yourself too. And then we can also look at the motor insurance policy. It is by law that once you own a vehicle, you have a minimum cover of a third party. But usually we advise that you do a comprehensive policy. So these are compulsory covers. But when it comes to optional insurance cover, it is basically all the other policies that are legally not they are not backed by law, but legally you can acquire them for your business. And so every smart business usually will go in for other policies that are not backed by law. For instance, a fire policy. As a business owner, you should look at your asset. You need to protect your asset. And so what can I do? I talk to an insurance broker, or I talk to the insurance company and protect myself by getting a fire policy for my asset. And then for your workers, though you have the compulsory one, you can also go a step further by getting group personal accident for your workers. You can also get public liability to protect your customers and yourself. And so basically that is the difference. Compulsory is backed by law, and then the optional one, it is not by law, but legal. It's required as a business entity to protect your business.
I would want one of you to tell us the different types of insurance we have.
Oh, okay.
And then my next question would emanate from that. Who's taking that?
The different types.
Types of insurance, yes.
Okay. So we start from the motor insurance.
Yes.
So when it comes to motor, we have 3 types of motor insurance. The basic one is a third party.
Yes.
So third party covers against the other third parties' property or damages to the third party. It doesn't cover your vehicle.
Right.
So when people say, I've taken a third party, my car is involved in an accident, your car is not covered. It is the other person that you are going to destroy their property or destroy whatever belongs to the third party. And then when it comes to third party fire and theft for the motor, it's under these 2 circumstances that would come in. When there's fire or where the car is stolen, these 2 conditions will come in. And then there's the comprehensive. The comprehensive takes care of all these things. It takes care of the fire, the theft, and it also takes care of your own vehicle.
Yeah.
How much you have insured it, that is the maximum we can come in if there's a total loss.
Right.
So when it comes to fire, this is all we have there. And when it comes to the motor insurance, and then the fire, you can do fire for your property.
Right.
The building and then the content. That's insurance.
Both your office and your home.
Yes.
Yes.
So even your offices, your factory, the building, and then the content. If the building is not for you, you can do for the content, because the content is there is for you.
Right.
In case something happens, you would have lost on the content, so you do for the content. And when you have a fire insurance policy, you can extend it to take care of business interruption. There's a lot of times people get there, assuming you have a factory, and then there's a problem, the factory gets burnt. The period that the factory is being repaired, what do? You need to pay salaries. You need to pay workers. And then at that time, if you were to be working, you would have been making profit. So the profit that is lost around that time, you could have an insurance cover for it, and it is called business interruption.
Right.
So you take it so that whilst the place is being put back, you could get something to take care of those expenses. Otherwise, you have to cough it from your pocket.
Right.
And most business owners do not take it. They just give me something to protect me. But you should know that you are protecting your own purse. Because if these things are going to come from your pocket, it is the earnings, the profits of the business that is going to do that.
Right.
And when you have an insurance cover, it takes care of all those things, and then you can use those money to invest into the company and then grow your company. So these are some of the policies
that you have. Yes. Okay. All right. So there are these terminologies in insurance: premiums, deductibles, that's deductibles, underwriting, and exclusions. If you can explain some of the key insurance terminologies that every business person or owner must know.
Okay. So I think the first one you mentioned is the premium.
Yes.
So just
that's the one you are mostly interested in.
Yes, of course. So just like she said earlier, it's a contract between the individual and the insurance company. And so once you have a certain agreement, there's a fee to it. And so the premium is more or less like the price you pay for the insurance cover. And so premium is the money we take from you and the promise we want to give you.
Yes.
And it is known, it is calculated, and it is based on, it varies from each policy. We have, for the motor policies, we have fixed premiums for the third parties, but for the comprehensive, it's been calculated. There's a way we go about it. Now, the second one you mentioned was deductible. So literally, we would say deductible is the amount as the insured, I would say, let me not use the jargon. So you, the policy holder, you bear. So in insurance, we have something we call duty of care. So as a policy holder, you have that onus on yourself to protect your assets. And so by doing that, you are able to give you a certain percentage, but it is negotiable anyway. But the standard is there. You can negotiate to a better one. So it's more or less like the amount we deduct at a point of claim. So for instance, if your deductible is 1,000 Ghana cedis and you have a claim of 5,000, because of that portion that you have decided to take upon yourself, that percentage, we are going to take 1,000 from that 5,000. And so the insurance company will only pay 4,000 back to you. It is only to also make sure that you also do something and protect your property. Basically, that is it. And then underwriting. So underwriting is more like the investigative work we do. And so if I come to your factory or your workplace or your business entity, what I do when I assess your business, how the process I go through, assessing the risks you are exposed to, and the price I attach to that, it's the underwriting process. So from end to assessing your risks, finding out which cover is suitable for your business, and then giving you an appropriate price. Then the last one I think is exclusions. Usually this one, a lot of people don't pay attention to. It is always in the policy document. If you speak to your broker will explain to you that will explain the exclusions. They are the risks or the covers we take off. Or better still, they are the things that we do not cover. And it's usual, in fact, it is always spelled out in the policy document. And so as business owners, when you have insurance policies, just ensure that you read the exclusions. They are very important. You have situations where a business owner bought a policy, and at a point of claim, he just realized that what he bought does not cover the risks he thought he had purchased. And so it is important that you know the exclusions for each policy. So these are the jargons usually we have in
your industry.
Yes, please.
Okay, so let's take a look at how important fire and property insurance is, particularly for businesses operating in commercial hubs.
Yeah. So for the commercial hubs, as we've already said, like the Cantamantos, the Kumasi, you see the way the shops are. They are so close. So when something happens to one shop, definitely affects the other. But most of them, they are not ready for insurance. You would go there, you talk to them, oh, we will do it, oh, nothing will happen. But you should know that you would protect yours. But the negligence of one person, because you are all interconnected in the same area, it affects you. A fire from one shop, we hear of the fire that we just had. It's one shop that started, but a lot of shops were gutted. And you ask yourself, assuming you were one of them, it never started in your shop, but somebody's shop has affected yours. So it is very important, especially those in those commercial areas, to have insurance, because the monies, most of them are working on credit. They've gone to the banks, they've taken loans, and they are working, hoping to make profit. So why don't you insure what you have gone for? Just pay a little premium, have that peace of mind. Because if you have insured your shop at Cantamanto and you hear there's fire, you sympathize with people, but you know that definitely you'll be compensated. So you are not that afraid. But once you don't have it, immediately you hear of it, your blood pressure is up. So it is very important so that all those places have fire insurance. Fire not for the but for the goods that they've spent money to buy. And it's very important for them to have the fire.
Now, there are levels of risks, and I'm sure you look at the risk level before you arrive at your premium that somebody should pay. And most of these market centers and some of the investigations we are privy to indicates that sometimes the wiring and electricity connections and all those things and the indiscriminate setting of fire and all those things, I mean, are the causes. So, for instance, if I'm in a commercial hub and you would have to come and insure my shop, it means that you would have to perhaps take a look at the wiring, electricity, everything,
yes,
before you are able to agree or to accept that, yes, we're going to be able to. Yeah. How do you do some of these things?
So that's what we call surveys, insurance surveys. So for such a place, once you come to tell us, we would come there and then check. We check off the wiring, the next available, maybe fire extinguisher, fire service, because such places, sometimes it happens and the fire service will be there, but they cannot even have access to the shop. So the insurance company will come there and assess the risk. They would advise you. And sometimes, depending on the risk, will tell you that, no, where your shop is, you need to relocate. Move it from there to a better place. Because we tell them, in Ghana here, if you have fire on about 4th floor and there's fire,
it's difficult.
It's difficult for the fire service people to get there. So we advise, and once you come to the insurance company, we have risk management. We have people, the risk side is there. They would come onto your premises, check and advise you. The same way with factories, they would come, check and advise you. Okay, because there's fire here, you need a fire extinguisher. Because there's so much heat here, you need a sprinkler, you need a smoke detector, you need all these things. So we come in to advise. But if you don't come to us, we wouldn't know your risks and also advise you. So it is important you walk to the insurance company, you come to Serene, tell us what you want, and then we'll come in there and advise you on what to do.
Yeah, right. Okay, so for those that are in business, but that's the import and export business, what do you have for them in terms of insurance?
I think that I mentioned that earlier. So for traders, importers, usually we have, now we have a compulsory marine cover that every importer must take. So it means that the insurance company is actually growing, and we have the capacity in terms of financially to take on this kind of risks. And so if I'm an importer and I have probably ordered some goods that is coming, we have the marine cargo, whether it's coming by sea, whether it's coming by air or by land. There's an insurance cover for this. And so you need to speak to the broker or the insurer. We will advise you, just like we have the third party, the comprehensive, the third party fire and theft. We also have the various clauses. So in terms of cover, I call it same way third party fire and theft, and then so we have the marine clause A, clause C, clause B, which has all the speculations with the exclusions. And so as importers, I think that once you're able to speak to the insurer, he will advise you on the best cover for your goods. And we can have extensions where you are transporting from port to port. You can do inland transits, and so all these things helps the importer to cover the risks they are exposed to. Yes.
Okay. The role of liability, you want to add something?
No.
Okay, the role of liability insurance in protecting businesses from lawsuits and third-party claims. This one we are getting into the legal realm.
So when it comes to insurance, there are times that it ends up in court and there are lawsuits against companies. For example, the factory worker I spoke about, you are working with somebody, and then for some reason, the person has the hand being chopped off by a machine. Assuming you don't have any policy there, this could go to court. The person could report, because I was working for you and this happened. And at that time, you as a business owner, what preparation have you put in? Because you never anticipated that somebody's hand will enter into the machine. And it ends in lawsuits. But when you have an insurance cover for that, workman compensation for the staff, these things, the insurance company will pay for legal liabilities. They will pay for everything associated with that cost. If it has to go to court, it is covered in there. So if you don't take the insurance policy and you think when it happens, I have money, I'll do it. The day it happens, the lawyer alone will take 100,000, and you see that you've not even started, and then you've lost a lot of money. So why don't you bring this to us for the insurance company to take care of it for you, so that you can have the peace of mind to concentrate on your core business. So it's very important for them to have. And these are the legal liabilities that they face. The public liability that we spoke about. There are times people come to our premises and things happen to them.
Yeah.
Somebody slips, somebody falls, and the person can sue you because he was there and he fell.
Yeah.
As a result, he's broken his leg.
Yeah.
You have to fix it. What do?
Yeah.
You have a policy to take care of that. If you don't, you keep paying medical bills till thy kingdom come.
Absolutely.
Because the person will come to you, today my leg, tomorrow my ear, and you would have to be paying from your pocket.
Oh.
So you have to get an insurance policy in place so that these things, the insurance company will take care of it, and then you can concentrate on your core business.
Absolutely.
To add to that,
Yes.
so when you talk about, so for instance, the public liability, we also have product liability, where a customer may consume your product and then react to it. So such liability policies also comes in. So if you have a client that, or a customer who consumes your product and reacts, this policy, this liability, and wants to sue you, this policy can help you mitigate all the costs you would have incurred in settling that lawsuit.
Right.
So liability insurance, very important.
Awesome.
And then one thing I left, when it comes to professionals in your company,
Yes.
professional indemnity, there are people who give advices to people. There are lawyers, you have doctors, and they do a lot of things. Sometimes these things go wrong.
Right.
And when they do go wrong,
You sue the fellow that
you
gave you the advice.
Yes.
Yes.
So once you have an insurance cover for it, professional indemnity, it's an insurance cover you can take, and it will protect you from all these things.
Absolutely. All right. Eugenia Ejiri Tete is, Mrs., so to speak, is the senior manager in charge of marketing and business development at Serene Insurance, and indeed also in the studios with us, Madam Ruth Ewonam Ejay. She is head of broker, also at Serene Insurance. Thank you very much, ladies. We're going to go for a quick break. And tonight, viewers, remember, is the International Women's Day edition, and we're taking a look at the basics, insurance basics that every business must know. They are breaking it down. We are unpacking and decoding what insurance is for your business and your trade. So do stay with us. We're going for a quick break. When we return, we'll activate the phone lines and we'll also take your messages and then continue the show. Please stay with us.
Good energy brings you quality choices with Goil Super XP. Available in many Goil stations nationwide. It is fortified with special additives that help your engine perform better and use less fuel. Branch into a Goil station today and energize your ride with Goil Super XP, compatible with most vehicles. Goil Super XP, Wufilia, huh? Wubefeel. Goil, good energy. Yeah, yeah.
Electricity, then pay your taxes. Yeah. Our taxes, our future.
Because you see, without our taxes, we wouldn't have good roads, good schools, better hospitals, street lights, and other very important social amenities. When we pay our taxes, we give our children free and quality education. Talga, my money too small. Why should I pay my tax? Look, small. Salifo, it doesn't matter how small or big your business or income is. You still have to pay your taxes. The little taxes from each and every one of us, when put together, could give your community clean water or that deprived school with tables and chairs. Please pay your taxes. It is your responsibility. It is your civic duty. It is the law.
Welcome to today's edition of Serene Insurance Business News. We present to you Serena.
You're right. You can complete an entire insurance process for the purchase of any motor and other insurance products, from onboarding to issuing a motor insurance sticker and policy certificate, all on WhatsApp in less than 10 minutes. Serena is simple to use and it prioritizes user ease and flexibility. You can either use voice notes or text to effortlessly issue your instant policy, cross-platform renewals, claims, and also process your payments through mobile money, Visa, and MasterCard. To engage Serena, just search for Serena Insurance on all social media handles and scan the Serena barcode or save her number 0500 517 114 and start chatting her on WhatsApp immediately.
There you have it. Serena is not just a tool, it's an innovation by Serene Insurance designed to redefine how motor and travel insurance are accessed and managed. Speed, convenience, and reliability.
MPS Terminal 3 is Africa's new state-of-the-art container terminal at Tema Port. For manufacturers, agro-processors and traders, the new port means business can be done faster. This infrastructure boost will improve Ghana's port handling capacity, connect more trading routes, and oil the engine of growth for the economy, creating greater opportunities across all sectors as Africa's markets merge and become the largest trading bloc globally. MPS, we connect, you thrive.
At Phoenix Insurance, we make the unpredictable predictable and the uncertain certain with our range of products, including motor insurance, fire insurance, engineering insurance, marine insurance, accident insurances, and all types of bonds. We have you covered. We also support you with risk management advice to enable you stay focused on your business. Take a policy with Phoenix Insurance today. We help you rise from adversity stronger and more secure. Contact us on 0302 246319 or 0302 246644 or any of our branches, agencies, and brokers spread across the nation. You can as well connect with us on our WhatsApp chatbot. Efiba is waiting to assist you. Make the future predictable with Phoenix Insurance. Phoenix Insurance, a delightful service experience delivered with wisdom.
All right, welcome back. It's the International Women's Day edition. I am Port here on Metro TV, and tonight we're taking a look at the insurance, basics of insurance that every business must know. With us in the studios, Madam Eugenia Ejiri Tete, Senior Manager in charge of Marketing and Business Development at Serene Insurance, and indeed, Madam Ruth Ewonam Ejay. She's Head of Broker Relations also at Serene Insurance. They are the two people we're having a discussion with tonight. You can call in and contribute to the discussion. I realize that some of you are calling the WhatsApp line. Now that's the contact number, the call line over there, right there on your screen, 0245834980, 0245834980. You can call in and contribute to the discussion. Pretty shortly, we shall be going into the inbox as well to share your messages to our guests and elicit some responses from them for you. And so, ladies, welcome back. Let's move on and see what business insurance interruption is. Let me get it right. Business interruption insurance, yes. What is it? And why is it important for every business?
Yes. So, as I said, when you have the fire insurance and then the unexpected happens, yes. It's an extension of the business interruption fire insurance that you can take. Yeah. Because when your business is interrupted, that means for a period of time, there's fire, we are working on your premises, the business is interrupted. Workers are there. You need to pay them. Yes. So for the 3 months, the 2-month period that you wait for us to put you back, how do you do? You take care of that. Yes. So that policy is there to take care of the profits and expenses that will happen within that time that you wait. Yeah.
And to add to that, usually it is overlooked because a lot of business owners concentrate on the physical assets instead of the income aspect they're going to lose. And so that's how come most of the time people don't take business interruption policy. Yeah.
Now, if I'm a business owner, how should I assess my risk before choosing a particular policy?
Okay. So as a business owner, I think you have to do a mental work of your business. What do I do? Right. What will happen? So assuming you have a supermarket, as a business owner, you ask yourself, what could go wrong? Can the place get burned? Fine. That is one question you ask yourself. Yeah. And then you ask yourself, can somebody come here and then fall? Okay. Can anything happen to my workers? Yeah. What if people come and rob me? So these are the questions you start asking yourself, and then you know that if any of these things could happen, then you need to cover it. But sometimes you yourself do not even know the risks you have. So it is important to come to the insurance company and tell them, this is what I do. Yeah. When you tell us what you do, Then we will go into our books and tell you that because of what you do, you would need A, B, C, D. So when we give you those policies, then you know that you are adequately covered. But sometimes when you yourself think about it, you say, oh, this one is important, this one is not important. And most of the time when we are doing it, we are thinking about the cost.
Yeah.
And lots of people are saying insurance is expensive, insurance is expensive. But I tell people that don't do insurance and then let there be a claim. Weigh the two. Which one is expensive? Then you will know that insurance was never expensive. So come to us. We can always negotiate.
Right.
Once we tell you this is how much you pay, oh, I don't have enough. What can you do? We can tell you, okay, you can pay this amount. We give you a policy. Policies are that you can do a policy for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, depending on how much you can afford.
Sure.
So don't think that you need to pay everything at a go. No. Let us know what you have, and then we'll also meet you at the point of your need.
Absolutely.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
So when it comes to, let me come to one of the most important things. When it comes to claims, as a business owner, what are the steps I need to follow in order to access my
Okay,
claims?
so let's take a typical example of maybe a motor claim. So usually what people forget to do is to notify us. So you're just there and then they call you that I have a claim and that is the end. They don't want to do any documentation, nothing. But my advice, so I'll walk you through the process. The first thing you need to do is notify your insurer or your broker.
Right.
Once the incident occurs, just pick a phone, call your broker or the insurance company or whoever you are working with or who does the policy for you. Just call the person and tell the person, okay, this is what has happened to my car. That is a formal notification. Once you have told us, we are aware that this is what has happened.
Yeah, follow it up with some pictures.
Yes, then not
Some
even
videos,
the pictures. So sometimes the second step people forget to do. The second step is to protect the asset. So if it is a vehicle, if it is burning, what can you also do to mitigate that? If you have a fire extinguisher, quickly see what you can do. But instead of standing by and watching the car just burn like that, then you follow up with documentation where you take the pictures, the videos, and all the things. If you tow the car from one place to another, you document all the expense you have incurred in doing that. But the first step is to notify your insurer or your broker. That is, and once you're able to do all this, at Serene, within 24 hours, we are paying your claim. Once you've notified us. Okay.
All right. Okay, so let me find out. You mentioned the fire extinguisher in case there's a...
Yes.
What if you investigate and realize as of the time the vehicle caught fire, there was no extinguisher in the car?
Oh.
Does that negate the fact that you have to
not necessarily.
Okay.
But you know, by law, you're supposed to have an extinguisher in your car. But it's just a way of mitigating the loss, trying to, salvage the situation at that particular time. And so once you don't have it, it is, we, the insurance company, we are not police or we are not to look out for those things.
Yes.
It is just an advice. You are supposed to have it in there. And so basically that is it. It does not take anything from your claim amount or anything.
Right.
Not at all.
Okay. So let's do some messages now. This one says, good evening, I am Paul. I'm Charles from Tema. Kindly ask your guests what they are doing to whip up the low interests in insurance. Yeah, you earlier mentioned the fact that it was perception. Yeah. People think that the insurance, in fact, you mentioned several times, they think insurance is expensive, and so they shy away from it. What are you doing to ensure that, they have a rethink about insurance?
So some of the things we are doing is what we are doing now.
Exactly.
Education, and that's the only thing we can do and keep doing. And then I think people also need to change their attitudes and perception about insurance.
Yes.
Because once people still have that mentality that insurance is expensive, insurance people don't pay claims. If you still have that, we will do all the education and people will never change. But once people have made up their mind that, okay, let me give it a trial, let me go and see whether what they are saying is the truth. You come and you see that, so after all, I've been having a perception that was wrong.
Yeah.
So once we keep education, using this platform to educate people,
yes,
we will get people to try and then, because people have made up their mind. And it's a perception problem. And we need to keep educating the people.
Absolutely.
That's what I think we can do best for them.
All right. This one, Anita Alasan in Tamale says, good evening, Iron Port. Can you please ask your guest what the role of brokers is in the insurance industry?
Okay. So the brokers are like, literally we say intermediaries. In fact, they are licensed intermediaries.
Right.
So they work for the client and then for the insurance companies. Just that their major concern is to make sure that the client's needs are met. And so they work like agents. They are go-between for the insurance companies and the clients. They help the clients to get the best services from the insurance companies, and they also help them to get the right policies. So sometimes instead of using the insurance companies to assess your risks, the brokers do that for you. And to tell you the truth, it doesn't come with any cost.
Right.
They more or less work for free. All you need to do is engage them.
Right.
Basically, that's what they do.
Alvin Akahoho in Nungwa says, good evening, Iron Port. Please ask your guest if I have insured my car and it breaks down and I take it to the mechanic workshop and, for example, the shop, if I gas the shop, will the insurance cover my car in that shop?
This question keeps coming.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it is no. Because the mechanic shops, they are supposed to have a cover, a DV cover for the shop. So once you take your car to the workshop, it becomes the responsibility of the owner of the place to make sure your car is safe and you come for it the same way it went or better. So once it enters there and he doesn't take care of it and something happens, his insurance should cover.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
so it doesn't cover.
Now, how many garages or mechanic shops are insured in Ghana? Do you have any idea? Have you insured any?
Oh, we do. Yeah, we do.
We do.
So you have,
have
a
the
more
DV.
structured mechanic shop like the auto garages. You realize that they do take, but the normal mechanic shops,
At
they
the
don't.
What we call the fitter,
The fitting,
yeah,
the fitting shops. Those ones usually they don't because they feel they are not the owners.
And that's where the risk even
Exactly.
is. Because they're exposed
Exactly.
to
Exactly.
So you should also know where you
So
send
when
your
you
car.
also go, the least you can do is also educate these mechanics. At least they can take a public third-party liability for the cars that come in there.
So that when something
So
happens,
that-
you take care of the cars.
Exactly. You can do that. But usually you find out that the more structured garages, they take this kind of covers. But not the fitting shops. And so once your car goes to the fitting shop, your insurance ends there.
Right.
Once it comes out,
It
you
activates,
continue.
it's activated again. Okay.
More or less.
All right. My name is Eunice from Awoshi. See, the insurance ladies are speaking. See how the insurance ladies are speaking fluently, but when it comes, when it's time for claims, they don't pay on time.
Oh, no. When it comes to claims with Serene Insurance, once all your documents are intact, we pay same-day claims.
Yes.
People come with their windscreen. We just
fixed
tell them,
the
go
day.
to the garage. Same day, they get it repaired. Minor dents and things. Same day, we get it done.
Yeah.
It depends on the claim. Because assuming you have a big factory and then there's a fire, definitely we need to do a lot of assessments. You can't pay that in a day. No.
Yeah.
So it depends on the claim. Some of the claims are paid just same day.
Right.
So they shouldn't be afraid. The claims come to Serene Insurance and you see that you have a swift claims payment process.
Right. Okay. So, good evening, Mr. Host. Please, does it matter who is driving the car at the time a vehicle gets an accident?
Okay, so I'll answer that. It matters when you have authorized the person. And the person you have authorized should be somebody who is licensed to drive.
Right.
Yeah.
If you give your car to somebody who does not have a license to drive and there's an accident, I'm sorry, there's trouble.
It's very simple.
Okay. All right.
So once the person doesn't have a license, you should know that insurance will not cover should anything happen to that person.
Have you had instances where people get furious and angry
Yes.
when it comes to the fact that the vehicles are involved in accidents and the fellow driving, or even he himself is not licensed and things that he must be.
Oh, we've had that, especially when it comes to the trotro drivers.
Yes.
He's driving with his the
Driver's
driver,
plate.
And then he gets somewhere and he tells, oh, I'm going to eat some fufu at the chop bar. The mate take them to the next station. The mate doesn't have a driving license. He doesn't have anything. The next minute, the car is involved in an accident. And then they come fighting us. At that moment, you gave your vehicle to somebody who wasn't authorized to drive.
And sometimes when they are coming, they don't come alone. They come with the whole station.
To come and fight.
Surprisingly, they also know about it because, they also have these unions where sometimes we, the insurance companies, go to them to educate them on these things. They are very much aware. But for the mere fact that they have done insurance, they think that everything covers. That is why it is important to know the exclusions to the policies. When you know the exclusions, then you know what you are covered on and what you don't need, you don't have cover for.
All right, let's say at an entry level, my premium is say 40K comprehensive. Now, I do so consecutively for a number of years and have not accessed any claim because I don't have cost because nothing has happened to the car. Do you reduce my premium? Do I enjoy some rebates on my premium?
Yes. So insurance, we have what we call a no-claim discount. So if throughout the year you don't have any claim with comprehensive, now with the third parties, it's a fixed rate.
Right.
But with the comprehensive, every year there's a discount that you get. But once you make a claim, you don't enjoy that discount.
And it is staggered from 25% to 50% for the private and corporate vehicles. And then for the commercial vehicles, it ranges from 15% to 25%. So once you get to the maximum, it ends there. So if you use your car for over 5 years and you have enjoy the maximum no claim discount, you should know that you're paying that last premium till you probably do something about your car. Maybe you enhance it and then we look at revalue and then you pay a new premium.
Okay. Now, if I'm filing for a claim, what documentation do I require typically?
Okay, so vying for a claim depends on the type of claim. So for a motor, that is the commonest that we do. The first thing you need to do, notify us. And then when you notify, we'll give you a claim form. And then when you fill the form, you add your driving license to it, which is very important. And then you submit to us. You submit estimates of the damaged vehicle. So you add that also to it because some people bring this documentation. There's no estimates. We don't even know what has happened to your car. We need pictures of the vehicle, what has happened to it. And then after you've given us these things, sometimes, depending on the accident, we'll come and then assess. But there are times that people give you estimates and you are like, this estimate is even more than the car itself. Because they know an insurance company is paying, so this is the time to make profit. But know that with insurance, you don't make profit. We put you at the same position you were just before the loss. So these are the things. Once you submit these things to us, would assess and then we'll pay you your claim.
Okay. And to add to that, in cases where there's a third party involved, you probably need a police extract or police report. And then when it's fire, sometimes we need, in fact, when it's fire, you need a fire service report. And so these are some of the things that you can look at when filing a claim.
Okay. All right. Kenneth Oheniyako is watching us in Esojoman in the Eastern region. He says, I should find out from you. He says, good evening, Mr. Host. Please, can you find out from your guests at what point do they completely restore a car or purchase a new car for the owner if they feel it's on comprehensive insurance?
Okay, so usually for a motor comprehensive policy, at the point where we do total loss or total write-off, it's when the estimate presented usually is more than the cost of the vehicle, or it is at a certain percentage. Usually this percentage is internally arranged. Some company, it varies from companies, and so you have a company that says that when the estimate is 70% of the total value, then we replace the car. And some also do less than that. So it depends. Once the estimate is more than the cost of the vehicle, we try to write off or replace the vehicle.
So what do you do with my vehicle after you've replaced it?
So it's a salvage. It comes back to us.
No, it becomes a salvage.
It becomes a salvage for the insurance company.
And then defray the cost.
Yes.
But the issue sometimes we have is that people buy vehicles they use it for, once you buy a vehicle from a showroom and it comes out onto the road, it has depreciated a little. But people tell you, I just bought the car, I need the same thing. So he expects that we go back to Toyota and get him the same car. And it is not possible. So if you said the car was 100,000 and it's total loss and we are giving you the 100,000, I'm sure when you go to Toyota, you might not get it at exactly 100,000, but you have used the car. It has depreciated.
So you're offering free promotion
so
to
these
Toyota.
are some of the things people should understand. And then assuming you have a car, it's involved in an accident, and then we need to spray the car. It's just a door that is spoiled, and we are spraying the door. Some people will say, okay, because when you spray here, it becomes new,
so you
so spray the whole car. And then we tell you, okay, we will spray the whole car for you, but just add a little so it becomes a problem. But these are things people should understand, because insurance is putting you back the way you were just before the loss. So you don't need to tell us that now you want the car blue, you want this. Contribute a little and then we'll get you there. So these are things that people should understand.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay, so good evening, Ken. Ask the beautiful women in the studios that if I am on comprehensive premium and my car engine gets damaged, can I make a claim?
No.
Okay.
It depends.
When the engine gets damaged as a result of an accident, then we would pay. But if you do not maintain your car, you use it anyhow, no servicing, no oil, nothing, and then the engine breaks down, and you come and tell the insurance company the engine has broken down, no. But if it gets destroyed as a result of an accident, we will pay.
You saw the fellow out.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. I think we have barely 2 minutes to wrap up this interview. How long does it typically take to settle claims? You've mentioned several times.
So
within 48 hours or 24 hours?
24 or even less. Once you provide us with all the necessary documentation, you would get your payment. At Serene, we take pride in paying claims, and so we can assure you of swift claim payment. Yes.
Right, and many SMEs see insurance as expensive. How can small business? Okay, I think we've talked about it.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah. So, and how is technology transforming the insurance industry? Maybe just one or two takes, and then we wrap up. Technology. How is it transforming the insurance industry?
Oh, technology has come to help in so many ways. There are times that people like Serena chatbots.
Yeah.
You can sit in the comfort of your home, do your insurance on your mobile phone. You don't need to walk to the insurance company. And you can get your sticker, your certificate on the Serena WhatsApp chatbot. And that is technology for you. There are times people sit at home, they just file a claim through our website. We go there, we check, we send them. At the end, they just give us our account details. We go and pay the check into their account. They never walked into the office, and that is technology for you. And technology is helping insurance in so many ways. It's opening the markets now. People are able to know what is happening in other places to help us also learn from it. So in insurance, technology is really taking us far.
Yeah. So tell us, why is Serene Insurance supreme? Why must people watching us, traders, businesses, business owners, and all that, why must they
come to Serene?
Yes.
We are the new face of insurance. We have integrity. We are swift with claims. We make sure we reach you everywhere. We are across the nation. Any region you want to find Serene, you will find us there.
Maybe in space.
We are yet to get there. But I can tell you that Serene, we take pride in paying claims. And our customer service is also top-notch. We are young, but we are doing things the big guys are doing. And so because of that, purchase insurance from Serene. We are broker friendly, and so talk to your broker and they will refer you to Serene.
Absolutely. Ma'am, what would you add?
Yes, as my sister has said, insurance, as we say, is not an expense. It is something that will protect you for the future. So people shouldn't shy away from insurance and have those perceptions. Serene Insurance, our doors are open 24/7. You can call us, you can walk to our office. Let us know your needs. Whilst we know your needs, we will work out a package that will suit what you do. So please come to Serene Insurance, and we are there to help you. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed, Madam Eugenia Ejiri Tete, who is Senior Manager in charge of Marketing and Business Development at Serene Insurance, and indeed, Madam Ruth Ewonam Ejay. She is Head of Broker Relations also at Serene Insurance. We thank you so much for coming to help us decode and unpack what insurance is and what businesses must do. Indeed, this passes for Insurance 101. We thank you for making it quite easy for us to assimilate and understand. We are most grateful that you've come to grace the International Women's Day edition of Our Report here on Metro TV. Thank you so much. And I know that as and when we call, you'd always oblige us. We are deeply grateful to you. Thank you so much, and have a blessed week ahead. Viewers, we thank you so much for joining us, and to you that contributed, we are deeply grateful to you for your messages and comments that you sent in. We are profoundly grateful. We want to say a big thanks to our sponsors, Ghana Regional Authority, Goel PLC, Serene Insurance, Ghana Link Network Services, Meridian Port Services, MPS, and indeed Phoenix Insurance. Remember, our import is proudly powered by the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority-GPHA. We entreat you to keep watching the rest of our programs here on Metro TV, and God willing, make a date and watch the abridged version of Iron Port on Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. on Ghana Television GTV. God willing, next week we're bouncing back with another wonderful edition of your favorite Iron Port program. My name is Kennedy Mona. We thank you so much. We wish you a blessed week ahead, and thank you so much once again for choosing us. We are out. God bless, no less. Thank you.